Okay, in that we have seen how to create a background image and how to create calendar. Okay, and how do you create this Indian flags? So using these tables. So in this session, I would like to explain HTML class and ID along with the HTML iframes. So in this session, I would like to explain HTML class and IDs along with HTML iframes. Okay, HTML file path and HTML JavaScript. Okay, so coming to this HTML class and ID. So this also called as generic selectors, and also we can call it as a global selector. Okay, global selector and generic selector. Okay, and this is also a universal selectors we have. And a class is denoted with dot symbol. ID is denoted with hash. So symbol notation for this class and ID is class is denoted with dot, ID is denoted with hash. So class is used for multiple. Okay, so multiple elements we will use a class, and ID is used for only the single element. Okay, so what is the main use of this one is, let me say an example why we use this class on IDs inside in HTML. Okay, so let me create a new file. Now I can save the file with HTML class on ID. Class id.html. Let me add HTML class and ID. So I'm trying to take some different types of paragraphs. Okay, so nearly we have 10 types of paragraphs is available in browser. Okay, let me run this one on the browser. Right click, open in default browser. Okay, so here we go, we have a different paragraphs is here. So for this paragraph, so we need to apply colors for okay, different colors and different font size for the different paragraphs. Okay, see here, if I want to apply this one, you can use the style tag. Okay, internal style sheet. Internal style. Okay, inside of this one, let me take P as a tag. Okay, make it beautify. So here I'm just applying is color red and font size 40 pixels. Okay, let me go to this browser. Let's reload this page. See, if you are taking the P tag, so it will applicable for all the elements. Okay, I don't want to like this. I need to apply a styles for only the particular element. Okay, now I need to apply this color red and font size for only this particular element. So we will write like this, like, let me make it comments. So if you want to apply different colors for this one, obviously we will take this inline style sheet. Okay, so in that we will write the property name and value red, and let me add one more property, font size 30 pixels. Okay, so that you can get a red color with a different font size for the okay, for the first element. See, assume that Suppose I'll add, so 10 is okay for, and assume that we have 20 or 30 paragraphs here, sir. Okay. It is difficult to write inline style, right? Okay. Suppose thousands of lines of code is, it is difficult to write this style tag. Okay. For all the paragraphs. So to avoid this problem, okay, so they introduce this class. Okay. So class, we will write some name inside of the class. Okay. Class is an attribute. So we'll write text or para1 para. Okay. Now we'll apply some CSS for this. So here, okay, para. So class is denoted with a dot para. Now we'll apply the color on font size. Okay. Let me change this color to, okay. Now go to this browser, just reload this page. So we'll get here a different color and different font size. Okay. Similarly, so I need to apply the color, the same color and font size. Let me add some font family also. Okay, let me add some font weight also. So font weight, I'm just adding here 700. Okay, so go to this browser, just reload this page. Okay, so now I need the same style for a third and fourth or fifth paragraphs. Okay, suppose I need this same style for this paragraph. So just we can add here a class, the same, we'll add this para. Okay, and first and fifth coming to this, the class para. So go to this, just reload this page. So it will applicable for this one. Okay, similarly, if you want to apply the same thing for this one, you can write here para. Like this, we will apply multiple classes for multiple elements. Okay, so general and simple example I'll tell you here. See, so you people are in batch A. Okay, same people are in batch B also, but different IDs we have. Okay, so ID is unique, class is for multiple. So different batches in our organization, okay, having the different IDs here. So what happen if you have the same ID, it will be confusing, right? So whether you can call an ID, okay, at the time the both people come. So I don't want to like this. Okay, I need only one people. So ID is unique. So you are having a different IDs, okay, with the same class. Okay, so in batch A contain a different IDs, in batch B contain different IDs. So that is the difference here. A class is a multiple, so we can apply the class for different elements. ID is for only the unique queue. Okay, suppose let me add one more class name here for second one, para2. Okay, so we'll apply here para2. So for this one, trying to apply here orange, right? Trying to apply some font size, 60 pixels, and font family, cursive, cursive, font weight, 900. Go to this browser, just reload this page. So you'll get here a different font size and different font weight. Make it to 40. Okay, the same style if you want to apply for a different one, I'll use here a class name, for this. Just go to this, just reload this page. Okay, we'll apply here. The same thing, we'll take an ID equal to text. Okay, so ID is denoted with hash text. Let me add the property blue violet. Font size 50 pixels. Font family. And well, let me add font weight. Font weight 800. Go to this, just reload this page. Okay, so there you go. A different color for this one using an ID. Okay, so you can also use the same ID. Suppose the same ID I'm using for this for para. Okay, see, ID is more specificity. Okay, I'll explain at the time of CSS. So what is the specificity? So first priority go to the ID also. Okay, so ID is a more specificity compared to the class. When you go to this browser, okay, the same style applicable for ID, even though if you are writing para. Okay, so even though if you are writing this CSS, but this ID will be override. If you want to see this one, so when I hover on this selector, we'll get a specificity here. Selector specificity is 010. Whereas coming to this text, okay, 100. If you hover on this one, 100. Okay, so that is the difference here, and that is a highest priority ID. Okay, we'll explain at the time of specificity. Okay, so this is the IDs and this is the class we have in HTML. Okay, now at the time of links, so we have HTML bookmarks is there. So try to explain that one. So before going to bookmarks, I would like to say, see what happen if you give the same IDs for different elements. Okay, let me see an example. Now I can save this one, HTML bookmarks, bookmarks.html. HTML. HTML bookmarks. Okay. So I'm trying to explain. I'm trying to take two H1 tags. Okay. Story 1. Story 3 or story 3. Okay. Jumps to jump to story 3. The same thing, I'm taking one more, jump to story 6. Okay, now let me create a stories here. Story 1, paragraph 400, make it a bit 5. Okay, I'm trying to copy this one. Paste it there. So here we have one drop down user. We can click on this caret symbol. Automatically it will give short code. Okay. Similarly, I'll copy this. I'll copy the same thing. Make it a beautify. Okay. So here we go. We have a different types of stories there. Let me change the story 1, story 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. Okay. So I'm trying to place some images here. Let me go to our source file. gif1.gif. And for story 3, let me add one image. Super Mario. I'm trying to add here Super Mario and giving some width here, 400 pixels, 350 pixels, height 400 pixels. So for alt, we'll just add here GIF animation. Okay, so right click, open in default browser. So here we go. We have a story 1, story 2, story 3, and story 6. Okay, so I'm trying to add here width, width 500 pixels, height 500 pixels. Go to this browser, just reload this page. Okay. Now we need to apply some styles for this. Okay. See, I'm taking an anchor tag. Okay. We'll cut entire jump story into. Okay. The same thing. I'll create one more anchor tag. We'll cut the text. We'll paste it here. Go to this browser, just reload this page. Okay. So this is the links we have. When our user click on this story 3, automatically the user will be jumps to story 3. When our user click on this story 6, automatically it will jumps to the story 6. Okay. So for this, let me take internal style sheet, internal style tag. So I'm taking a body here. For body, background color dark blue, color white, and I'm just adding here. I need make this text as a center line, center position, text align center. So next thing for H1 and anchor tag, just add here a text decoration none. I need to remove this text decoration none, and let me add some color for this, color gold. Okay, let me go to this, let's reload this page. Okay, we have here a color and different text. Now, so go to this here. For story 3. Okay, so here I'm taking an ID. Okay, story 3. The same ID I'll give for this story 6 also. The reason why we are not taking ID, same ID for an elements. Okay, see for story 6 also I'm taking this story 3 ID. For story 3 also I'm taking this story 3. Okay, now we'll use the jQuery ID selector. jQuery ID selector in the sense we will call it an ID. So copy this ID. Okay, so here, so this is an ID, right? Hash, we can place this ID name here. Same thing, hash, I can place this one here. Okay, now let me go to this browser. Let's reload this page. Okay, when I'm trying to click on this story 6, when I'm trying to click on this story 6, what happened? It is showing story 3. Again, when I'm trying to click on this story 3, so story 3 is correctly displaying. So that's the reason we don't take same IDs for the an elements. So here I'm changing this a different ID for this one. So you'll get here accurate output. Okay. So when I'm clicking this story 6, so story 6 is displayed. When I'm clicking this story 3 is displayed. Okay. So like this, we'll use this different IDs for an elements. So got it?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So next we have HTML iframes. Okay, iframe is a tag. Iframe is a frame like in order to create a nested web pages. Okay, a page within the page is nothing but an iframe. Okay, in order to create a nested web pages, we use this iframe tag. Okay, let me show an example. Let me create a new file and we can save the file with the iframes.html. iframes. iframe. Okay, so iframe src, remove, forget about this one border, I don't want this one. So iframe will write syntax like this: iframe src iframe close. So in that we will write the resource path. See, just now is in HTML bookmarks, right? Okay, I'm taking here HTML bookmarks.html. Okay, now let me run this one on the browser. Right click, open in default browser. Okay, see we created this. So this is one page. In the page I'll place this a different page. Okay, now make it the same thing, make one more copy. So we created this HTML list items, right? HTML list. Okay, now go to this browser, let's reload this page. Okay, so here we go, the list items. So this is another page. So in order to create a nested web pages, So we'll use here an iframes. If you want to increase this height and width, just we will add here width. Okay, so width 400 pixels, height 500 pixels. So go to this, just reload this page. Okay, so we'll increase this height here. The same thing. If you want to apply a border for this, we'll use the style tag. Okay, 400 pixels. Sorry, width 400 pixels, width, height 500 pixels. Okay, and I'll explain later this one border. Okay, so border is a shorthand property, 4 pixels, solid, sorry, 4 pixels, solid red. Okay, so like this also you can apply some styles for this iframes. Just reload this page, so you'll get a border here. Okay, so like this, in order to create a nested web pages, we use iframes. And in iframes, we use a target attribute. Okay, I'll make a same thing. Make it to blue color, 14 pixels. HTML links. I go there, just reload this page. Okay, so here is a HTML links. Now I use this target attribute. I'm using the anchor tag. Okay, in anchor tag, so go to this, just type here dummy text. Okay, I need to open this one in iframes. Trying to copy this link. Okay, we can paste it here. So I'm using this target attribute, target. So here I'm using just click me. Okay, now in the iframes, we need to add here a name attribute, name equal to something like link. So simple, we'll add here link. Okay, so whenever user click on this anchor tag, okay, the link will be open inside of this iframe using this name and target attribute. So in the name, we will mention name for an iframe that we can call it in the anchor tag using the target attribute. Okay, now go to this browser, just reload this page. Okay, and I'm trying to click on this one. Okay, so this website will be open inside of your iframe. Okay, this is the website. Look at this. So like this, we will use this iframes here. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So next thing, HTML file path. Okay, so HTML file path. There are two types of file path available in HTML. So one is absolute file path. Another one is relative file path. Okay, before I explain this file path, I need to explain project directory. Okay, how we can create the project, how we can create a web applications folder structure. Okay, so for this, let me go to our source file. Okay, we can create one new folder. We can name this one as a project A. Okay, project here. So this is our project, like this is our application file. So in this application contains, okay, so while you are creating any website, you need a CSS, you need a JavaScript, you need a bootstrap links. Okay, so much of languages you need to include for creating a web page, right? See, for this one, first thing we need CSS, okay, CSS folder. And second thing we need JavaScript, JS. And next thing, the most we have in images, okay. And next thing, if you want to place any type of icons or text, font, okay. So these are the essentials folders while creating any web applications, okay. So all this we can kept in one folder, that is nothing but assets, okay. If you open any websites, any projects, this is a project directory we have, assets. Okay, let me cut this one. Sorry, let me cut this and you can paste it inside of here. Okay, so this is a project directory we have. The same we will open in Visual Studio. If you want to open this one, right click, open with code here. Okay, so there you get end